Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us with a Qodosen DX-286, this is an AM/FM shortwave portable radio with the TEF6686 Automotive chip inside. You can find this radio selling for right around $80 on Amazon. During this video, I'm performing an evening medium wave band scan. First we'll go over features, second we'll do a size comparison, and third, our sort of cruising the evening band. So we are the DX286, known for its ultra sensitivity. Feature-wise, let's go through it. Left-hand side, we've got a carry strap, antenna jack, which is really neat because this radio allows you to disconnect the internal ferrite and use an external antenna for medium wave or long wave. Nice. Going to the front of the radio, we got a metal speaker grill with one of those 1.5-inch heavy driver speakers. DX286, love that. And you got all that right there, multi-band radio, wonderful. We have a sleep power button, snooze function, lock button, display feature. The display lets you toggle the top right corner there. You can see that. It's got a bright screen. Down here we have a set button, allows us to do certain things. Meter up, meter down, as you can see on those two buttons. And then RDS information also lets us do some things in medium wave as well. So we'll talk about the set and RDS buttons and how they pertain to medium wave in a bit. We have bandwidth and stereo. Nice. Our bandwidth's 3 kilohertz, 4 kilohertz, 6 and 8. That's all we get. But the radio has a low tone, so 3 kilohertz gets a lot done. Alarm, set alarms. You have your tone control. We have time zone, alarm setting there. Delete function for presets. We have illumination on all the time. We have an edit button with a mute feature. Numeric keypad. These buttons are real nice, by the way. I really like them. Nice, clicky, responsive. They're rounded, so they're comfortable to use. Yeah, nice radio. I like it. So you got direct enter frequencies or pages to get your presets. Dedicated FM button, dedicated AM band button. Page feature, setting time, auto browsing. This radio has some cool browsing features. It has an auto browse where it'll stop and then keep going, and that's nice. And you can set the time where it stops and starts again. So if it stops and starts, you can set it from 5 seconds, I believe, up to 90 seconds. That's pretty nice if you're browsing the shortwave band. Go to the right-hand side of the radio. We have a extended tuning knob, which is awesome. It's not real narrow, but you can grab onto it nicely, and it clicks, so it's indented. And you have auto, so if you press this in, you have fast, slow, stop, and auto browsing, which is nice. Squelch if you need it. I don't know if you will, but yeah, pretty handy. Digital volume control. We have a micro USB in for charging and not Type-C. I know a lot of people are probably like, ugh, where's Type-C? Well, probably they're going to change it, I bet, in a revision, just because people will complain enough. Here's a headphone jack for some awesome FM stereo listening. On the bottom, reset hold, reset the radio if you come into a glitch. I haven't yet, but there's always a possibility. Top of the radio, we have a 19-inch antenna. Getting it done. All right, cool. On the back of the radio, we have some information there with our band coverage. A little tiny, flimsy kick-out stand, which I wouldn't use too much. It looks like it could break just by breathing on it. Although the radio is well built, that just seems pretty small. Over here, we have a vented area. I believe it's vented. It might just look like it. Should be vented. Behind here, we have an 18650. It takes a button top, unprotected or protected. So right now, I think I'm running a Samsung 3500 in there. Pretty basic. I don't need to really open that up because it's a fuss to put that back on. Let's do a size comparison. Yeah, let's see what we got handy. So I'm going to bring this tripod up a little bit. Here we are. All right, so we have the usual contenders. We have the CC pocket. Always fun to bring out. Yeah, this is definitely a small size. This sounds really nice too. I like the display, how clear that is. So there's your CC pocket. Nice. Next we have the CC Skywave, where I got that handy over here. Skywave 2. Nice. Yeah, these are competing for sure against each other, though this does offer you weather alert along with airband and along with the ability to run for 70 hours on 2 AA batteries versus only 15 to 17 hours on a rechargeable battery. So depends on what if you don't mind that, you just recharge it, perfect. If you're a person that wants to be off the grid for quite a while, doesn't want to worry about charging anything, just wants to pack some AA's, this is the way to go. But there you are, cool. This is your high power option. All right, and then if you don't have those, we always have a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves Todosens from China land. Ding, 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 ding. He's Iron Man. I'm Iron Man. You haven't figured it out. Anyway, deck of cards gets it done. All right, cool. So let's turn it on. Boot. So I am near Chicago, Illinois, USA, and time is, well, it's world time, UTC, 4:29 a.m. We can change that by hitting the display button. To do local time is 11:29 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I'm just going to bring in a board so I can get some decent color, because that white screen likes to wash out with the red. So fortunately, I got to do this. But it looks good still. There we are. Fast. We're on fast tuning. We're going to change this to show the signal strength, signal noise ratio, which is nice. It gives me an idea I'm pointing the radio in the right direction. So we'll hit that again. There you go. Signal strength. Bring it up to the camera. There you are. Cool. Bandwidth.
Civic Media News, I'm Elsa. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know.
So Wisconsin station WAUK 540, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles to the north, 400 watts. I'm hearing some lightning in the background, so hopefully it won't be too bad tonight.
Allow them again, and there's a new liberal majority.
KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready.
560, local, WIND, Chicago.
Maintain the one you have now.
So if you wanted to disengage and use an external antenna, you press and hold RDS.
Disciplined practice with an orthodontist.
Now we're using the whip. You can hear it when I touch it.
Titanium implant.
It disengages when you use the jack, of course, and you can hook up, say, a twin coil C crane. Wonderful. But we won't be doing that in the evening because it doesn't make a huge difference on a radio like this in the evening. So we'll go back to internal.
4930. That's 630
Also,
830.
if we go to external, we can amp it with the set key.
Sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve
Get
your
more
teeth.
gain.
This is Carol Flatley, about for townhall.com.
Turn the amp off. Doesn't make a difference.
Wage without expecting job creators to respond. So far, it's been
So cool. And there's an attenuator in here, which I will not use, but its default is
hours,
off.
but the negative impact is already clear. There.
Celtics fan, baby. Guys are pretty good. Come on now. Dallas Scouts gets a little bit deeper now. Joe Mazzulla really impressed.
Okay, I think this is KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts to the southwest.
A Magic Johnson.
That dates back to the start of the homestand. I just, by the way, that average.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts, but of course, internal antennas and ferrite antennas in general are bidirectional.
The leverage bullpen, you know, it was Figueroa, Milner, and Eliezer Hernandez.
News Radio 630 WLAD.
Okay, cool. I think we got a new station. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but if it is, I'll put some information here. Interesting. Okay, cool, because I don't have that on my main list. This direction WMFN, Peatone, Illinois.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
A hot and humid week ahead. I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorology.
Yeah, you can hear that storm. WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. I'm just going to power through tonight. It's a good radio.
What we had on Monday. Some pop-up thunderstorms are possible. Otherwise, just hot and humid with a high in the low 90s. Wednesday, just a slight tick down in humidity.
We're just hearing a hint. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can. WFAN, New York, New York. Hopefully you get some better stations.
I did say that.
Oh, well, you see, this is the problem. That was Kyrie 8 years ago. And I'm gonna light up Stan Van Gundy too, talking about being the most talented backcourt of all time. When one of the backcourt mates fouled out with 4 minutes left.
670 the score, WSCR Chicago.
And I gotta give
overall more joy from those experiences. And there's been a very counterintuitive studies showing this when it comes to, for example, listening to music or getting massage. It's been shown.
CJOB. I think it's around 825 miles. Don't quote me. I'll put a little pop up here.
For 20 seconds or so, listening for another 30 seconds, having another break. Counterintuitive.
Trying to get as much as we can, and it just says about the team. Like everyone's going to do whatever it takes to win. And even though
CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles.
I thought the Minnesota game was valuable, so it just speaks to who he is, and it speaks to the locker room. Jay, fourth row on the right.
John, he needs the most junior enlisted members, but strongly opposes making a significant permanent.
Here's 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
The 14th quadrennial review of military compensation. The House's version of this year.
Music on WGN 720. Sounds good. It's got a little delay there. Turning it back up for mute. More music on CFZM 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast.
You know, sometimes you just got to put on lip gloss, ladies, and pretend to be psyched. Come on.
Teams have signed off on this, Stephen. There's not going to be a last second. One of the campaigns says, no, I don't want
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles southeast.
We know both campaigns have agreed to these rules.
Objectivity. I'll let you impose it on a secret. Both candidates are old. Very old.
WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles east.
Physical frailties. I'll tell you a not-so-great secret. One is great at sound bites, but also thinks in sound bites. The other is awful at sound bites, but thinks in complete sentences.
Media, thank you for the call. Very sad, tragic situation. The Queen's Park, this 13-year-old girl, she's going to have to deal with this for the rest of her natural life. Her friend, a child himself, is going to question himself, doubt himself for the rest.
So 770 is WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast.
Teddy and Yonkers, good morning, Teddy. You're on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
He said
Good morning, Tom, and I was going to wish you a happy birthday. Many more to 120.
Between Briggs Street and US 30 in both directions with road work. 8094
780 WBBM, Chicago.
Indiana, at least on the eastbound side. Westbound, you're still a little bit heavy from Klein to Indianapolis Boulevard with that lane split, of course, and the rest of Northwest.
It's harder next year than it was this year, but it's always harder to repeat. Right, it absolutely does. And we'll get into that conversation a little bit later on in the show about what this team could potentially do next year, because again, right now, they're just trying to celebrate.
I think it's WHB, Kansas City, Missouri, 4,000 miles, 5,000 watts.
How much better than everybody else they were. And they're
Rifle Association, right side out, and they went way above. And we just saw that
joint exercises out in the Pacific. So I think it was something they could all agree on to start pushing back on.
830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
It is not going to be enough to change the balance in Ukraine, and honestly,
when it determines that, it sends a Bluetooth signal now to another computer that will start.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. They got coast to coast in the evenings, which is nice.
Maybe cues to dream about beer, or maybe a cue.
Just making out a little bit of KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles west. CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
Dodgers work the Rockies 9-5. Sure has Tommy 3 hits and an RBI. Giants have done the 7-6 things. Roll Padres 9-2.
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south.
The Blue Jays 7-3. Pirates dump the Reds 4-1. The Cardinals out of Miami Detroit.
call 800-574-5007. That's 800-574-5007.
Just coming in. It's kind of a rough evening tonight. WCBS, New York, New York.
Story true. None of us dopey liberal media, diaper-wearing, peeing in our diapers morons actually ran.
Here's 890 WLS, Chicago. High pitch whine coming from the camera. You can always slow tune it, but I'm not going to mess with that.
With attachment for every season, you can enjoy it all year long. We can keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what it feels like, you just have to get in the seat. The full line of John Deere mowers at Crossroads Equipment. 66 Highway 52 South at Highway 403. CrossroadsEquipment.com.
Your generosity can change a life. Join the Salvation Army Community and Family Services to provide essential assistance to those most in need. When you donate cash or non-perishable food items to the Salvation Army, you're directly impacting the lives of our community's most vulnerable. Every contribution counts. Help spread kindness today, and thank you for your generosity. Learn how you can help your local Salvation Army by visiting sahamiltonpss.ca. That's sahamiltonpss.ca.
So she said Hamilton.ca. That tells me it's Canada, and it's Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles, CHML. I was just hoping, I haven't heard it this clear in a while.
Living is causing many to fall into debt through no fault.
Sometimes I'll hover. Yeah, I forgot to check 940 Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Yeah, they rock at night. I love it. WFAW. .950 is Detroit. 270 miles.
One main change that you're going to start drinking almond milk. Well, if I'm honest.
CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
A moment of attention. Oh, we love hot guys. Is this the first?
.com. Hoping to remodel your home? Looking to build it?
WMVP, Chicago.
Builders. At Design First Builders, the relationship...
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
With sunshine and patchy clouds, the high near 90 in the city, with most areas inland into the mid-90s. Quite warm and humid for tonight under a mainly clear sky, the low 70. Still hot and muggy tomorrow with sunshine and a few clouds, the high 93 with AccuWeather real fuel temperatures near 100. And even hotter for Thursday with persistent humidity under a sun-filled sky, the high 96. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Adam Sadberry, WBZ, Boston's News Radio.
So there you go, WBZ, 880 miles to the northeast.
Independent. This is WBZ News Radio.
Always comes in like a local.
With a beautiful ride through the streets and trails of downtown Des Moines.
Here we go, downtown Des Moines. WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
Will be awarded the coveted Moonlight Cup traveling trophy.
Anything? This is the clip from late last month that has turned Ruben and Penrose's life upside down.
I guess WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Gwinnett County-based Nashville Kings. Tops, we have 120 currently.
The Bi-State Authority Board could consider the toll increase as early as its August meeting.
We will be very transparent in this process.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Schultz says right now the board is not considering raising PATCO fares. Mike DiNardo, KYW News Radio, 1039 FM.
Philly's new fire commissioner.
Music there is from Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles to the south, KAAY. Fun little radio. WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Well, I also will say that you always have something to prove being the youngest. You know, you got to be macho.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles to the south-southwest.
I've lived here my entire life. Growing up, I lived on a farm. We had about 50 head of cattle. The high school I went to, my graduating class was just a little over 200 people for the whole town.
In the thousands, she said, just by giving her a bear hug, she masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella.
So WBBR, I believe, Bloomberg Radio, coming in really nice tonight. New York City, New York.
AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos?
Okay, I don't think so. I think it's a daytime station that's still hot. Milwaukee. That's what it is. Usually they're powered down by now.
The Warlocks are the guardians. Imagine.
1140s WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. I actually can't hover on that. I believe that's a coast-to-coast rebroadcast. They copyright their stuff.
The Wishes of East End. That seems to be popular these days.
All right. We've heard that they are. We've heard that they are, but you said yourselves.
In Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 21, it says this, "My son, fear the Lord and the king." That's interesting.
It's a local Christian radio, WYLL. Hope for your life, Chicago, Illinois.
With those who are given to change.
But and the electromagnetic energy
scriptures. So that's kind of what you have in the world. All this is prophesied in Scripture, all over the Old Testament and New Testament.
1210 WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
You know how things will lay out.
Come from a God city, not the tendency.
Over the last 2 years, been mildly entertained and morbidly disgusted by some of the content out there with regard to open marriages and polyamory. So
okay, I'm gonna go a little quicker. I think this is WSDZ, St. Louis.
From the My 96.7 forecast center for tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms under cloudy skies, a low 72. Tuesday, we are under a heat advisory. High at 94. Tuesday night, a chance of thunderstorms under mostly cloudy skies, low 72. For Juneteenth, a high of 94 degrees with a chance of thunderstorms. I'm Rick Bennett on the new My 96.7. 70s, 80s, and more.
High 96.7, kicking off 30 minutes of continuous music from the 70s, 80s, and more. Look right
now. Okay, cool. I'll put a pop-up there. I don't know if I've logged this station or not. Nice. It's kind of fading.
He did something bad because he
For relief. Fight pain naturally with Relief Factor. 1-800-4-RELIEF or visit relieffactor.com.
Hi, I'm Rob Holsizer. I'm 57 years old, and I came to 1 Degree Functional Health about a month ago.
1470 is WMBD, Peoria, Illinois. 135 miles, 5,000 watts.
Within 4 to 5 weeks, I've already...
Oh, yeah. It was super late. And even in,
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio. 300 miles.
I'm gonna, for Luther kind of getting his act, you forgot about Dad, or Dad didn't like the dopey tie, you go to our store, and you get the...
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles. West.
If you're not wrong.
Great memories as well. Your friends or family ask, what station is that? And that's 92.9. And it's my 92.9. I'm the 7 to midnight man. We'll just chill out and cruise through our evening together. Good time, great oldies. My 92.9.
Man, I think I missed the call letters in that one too. I don't know if it's let's see, I got WDLR, so maybe it is. I'll put pop up here. Always nice to have the pop-ups. It's always fun to ID stuff if you can. It is nice to give an FM translator, FM station there, and then the way they got their little jingle, I can try to get it off the internet. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. KCJJ, the mighty, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts, west.
Equal champions. They're equal. Two champions. They're equal.
KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts.
Yeah, you gotta be losing. Those new kids on the block.
We didn't want to throughout the season because as long as they hadn't won yet, it was still funny to have them.
WQLR, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 137 miles east.
Looks like it's Friday, by the way. They're going to go to Miami first and party. Not making that up. More from you guys coming up.
Say, for the ones who get it done, Ranger.
Should be WOZN, The Zone, Madison, Wisconsin. 77 miles northwest. Okay, music is WPRR, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 140 miles.
Ranger.com or just stop on by. Ranger.com.
Nice little lightning strike. KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west. Cool, we're done. There we go. So into our evening band scan of the DX-286. Of course, I'll probably do more just to show you off what this radio can do. Now, during the day, yeah, I'm going to probably do a twin coil attached to it and run through the whole thing with it because it makes a difference during the day. But in the evening, it doesn't. The internal antenna in here is really strong. It does a fantastic job. Why you'd use the whip external with the amp, I'm not sure, but it's there and it's available. But yeah, great little radio, enjoying it. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give a big like. If you enjoyed the radio, give a big like. 2, if you like Chodosens and you want to see more, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future reviews, band scans, comparisons. People are going to probably want to see us pitted against other radios, but that's kind of hard to do in a video. I can try it for a few stations. I did that on a daytime band scan against the Skywave 2, because during the day is the best time to benchmark these radios. And the Qodosen did have the edge, probably because it has a lower tone to it overall. The Skywave 2 did receive well, just not as good. So just more legible on the 286. But they're definitely competitors in the marketplace. So there you are. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the DX-286. Are you going to get one? Are you? Are you going to get one of these bad boys? Let me know. It does use a lot of current. Like I said, the Skywave gets you 70 hours. This gets you around 15 to 17, depending on the battery. It does use quite a bit of power. It actually gets warm in the back here to the touch. I feel it's warm. It's pretty funny. I don't have a radio that usually does that. So yeah, it's using some current to power that automotive chip. So very cool technology, even though it's older tech, but neat to see it in a new format. So there you are. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.